to the David Frost Show. It is
Live.
my pleasure
Live.
to introduce you to, in their official music video, with a nod and a wink to the Beatles, the magnificent Mercer and Sutter.
Sitting here, feeling down, have to leave this dismal town. Paranoia setting in, don't know where I'm going, don't know where I've been. Simple times are long gone. I hear you calling, won't be long. Sounds of promise on the rise. I hear you calling, I hear your cries. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Don't you know I'm coming home? Sometimes I feel so confused. Heartbreak City on the loose. Should I leave or should I roam? Or should I leave this one alone? Calling out, I hear you loud and clear. The light is shining bright, I see it in the mirror. I feel you calling out, I'm shunning all the fear. I'm coming home.
pass the old dishes.
Ah, yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the program. My name is New York Nick. What's up? I am here live in the studio with a special guest, another special guest here on New York Nick Live. I am just so excited to bring to you this guy. I mean, this guy is off the charts. He's an accomplished musician. He's a radio DJ in California. He believe he works for New Country 96.3 on the high desert and 92.1 on the low desert. His name is Brad Mercer, and he's quite a guy. And I'm going to introduce you to him right now. I mean, we're just going to kick this thing off because I'm just so excited to bring this guy to you because he is very talented. He's been in the music industry for many, many years. He wears all kinds of hats. He's a great entertainer. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Brad Mercer.
New York Nick. Oh, please, everybody, sit down, please. Please don't. Stop. Please stop. Please don't.
How you
Please
doing, Brad?
Don't stop.
What's going on, man?
How are you, Nick?
Man, I'm just so excited to get you on my show, man. It's a pleasure and an honor and all that good stuff.
Well, you didn't have to send those people with the funny-looking glasses and the handcuffs and all that stuff to get me to do this. All you had to do was call me. I would have come into the studio, been happy to do this show. By the way, that radio station is KXCM Radio.
Okay, yeah.
No, that's okay. I
have it written down here, but it's KXCM Palm Springs. There we go.
That's it.
Yeah, so Brad, I love this song, man. The video was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I was totally engaged. It had like the hold on, it's on the tip of my tongue. It had that Hey Jude vibe. Remember that?
It's funny you should mention that. If you saw the Hey Jude video and you were familiar with it, you would see that our video was shot for shot exactly the way they shot Hey Jude. And it was an interesting story how that came about. And after writing the song was written in Newport Beach. Peter Sutter is my guitar player and partner in writing songs. And Peter and I haven't written a song in 20 years. Mm-hmm. And we decided to take a vacation and take the wives down to Newport. Right. Peter has a real nice place down there. We got on the boat, cruised around the harbor, and kicked around an idea about, writing a song.
Right.
And Peter had this music in his head. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, when we get back to the house, let's just sit down, grab our guitars, and just start playing. Mm-hmm. And we did. He came up with the music, and I said, this is great. Let's capo this bad boy. We went up a couple of steps, gave it a little bit more of a interesting sound.
Right. And
we just started playing, and we both started singing, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. And we liked it. And that was the chorus. And long story short, I said, well, give me a half hour. I'll go upstairs and knock out some lyrics. So I did, came back down, and we structured the song pretty much like you saw it.
Very cool.
And we wrote a couple more while we were down there and decided to put out an EP, and we did, a 3-song EP. And I called up a friend of mine by the name of Chip Miller because we wanted to do a music video on one of the songs that Christopher Rude is playing on his Bleeding Ear.
Right.
Called Just Want to Hear My Songs on the Radio.
Yeah, I got that. We're going to play that.
Okay. So anyway, I said, let's do a video on it. And Chip said, yeah, this sounds like a good idea until he heard this song.
Right.
And he immediately knew then what he was going to do with it. We were going to pay homage to the Beatles, Hey Jude,
Right.
and do it shot for shot.
Mm-hmm.
And we did. It didn't take us long. He wrote the what they call the storyboard out.
Right.
Got the crew together.
Just came together.
Oh, it was just amazing.
Right.
And he, the cool thing about it is that Chip was actually in the original Hey Jude video.
Right.
As a young 19-year-old kid standing behind Paul McCartney,
right,
doing Hey Jude.
Mm-hmm.
They, whether you knew that or not, but on the Hey Jude video, they did that twice.
Right.
The official music video is what everybody sees with David Frost introducing it and all the, the funny stuff that at the beginning, then into Hey Jude.
Right.
They did it twice, and they, the one that. You see the video that you're seeing now, John has the orange tie on. The first time they did it,
right,
he had a black tie on. And that black tie, Chip pocketed when he left the Abbey Road Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had it ever since. And he gave it to my bass player, Tim High, on the day of the shoot and said, this was worn by John Lennon the first time they did Hey Jude.
Nice.
And so that's the tie you're seeing in the video. There's a lot of stories about this video and how, what went on. And we even have, I'll tell you one thing, we've got a paranormal thing going on that I'm producing right now that actually happened on all the cameras that were running
right
outside of the ones that were actually shooting the video. These are we're talking cell phones. And you're familiar with orbs in
right.
some pictures that
mm-hmm.
people take.
Right,
these little orbs, this energy.
Right.
Well, in one of the videos that my wife was shooting, and my sister was shooting one side of the room, Connie was on the other side of the room. I opened the video file, and I'm watching it, and I see this little blue butterfly flying around at the bottom of this video.
Right.
And as we're doing, I'm coming home, and I'm saying, what in the hell is that? And it first of all, I figured, well, it's a reflection from the light.
Right.
But that was debunked right away because while I was singing, it was flying over to me, and it was going like this. And then it'd come over to Peter, and it would fly around Peter's head, and then it'd come down out of the scene,
right,
and around Chip, the director, as you would see. And we've got a couple of those videos, and I'm producing the blue butterfly version, which I will put up on my website once it's produced, and you can see for yourself. And then you give me your feedback on it, because I'll tell you what, I got chills.
Sounds creepy, man. Sounds too creepy.
Yeah, it was amazing. But we're real happy with the video. It's getting a lot of play in London, and we're on a couple of playlists back there.
Nice.
And with all the things that are going on now, I mean, it wasn't targeted for any this pandemic thing we have going on,
right, kind of,
or anything. It was written before that.
Wow. Oh,
and
okay. So this has nothing to do.
Really,
wow.
It'll hit people differently. And whatever you think it means to you is what it means.
Wow,
I know what it means to me, and we're just happy that this song is doing what it's doing right now, and we're not even pushing it. We're not even promoting it yet.
That's amazing. It's very, very impressive, and I hope my listeners and your listeners, I hope everybody engages in this video and just blows it up, because it is a great piece of art. So let's take this back a minute.
Sure.
Video's great. It's well produced and it sounds killer. But I want to kind of touch on Mr. Brad Mercer for a minute.
Oh, and I'll take the sunglasses off.
No, you can. People are liking the sunglasses.
No, now I couldn't see with the sunglasses on.
I got you. So, Brad.
Yeah.
You're in your mid-60s, right?
I can see Christopher Rude right now falling off his chair.
Brett,
He's having a good laugh on that one.
so I'm 60 myself. Like, we look
Okay,
good for our age, and
sure.
we're very energetic people. But where I'm going with this is, you've been doing this for a very, very long time. Let's take it
Yes.
back
Okay.
the very first time you entertained people.
I cut my teeth on live television in 1955.
Right? How old were you?
I remember this is before videotape. It was all kinescope, and my father and uncle had a live television show on KTLA called Bandstand Review.
Right.
And this is when Elvis was going, and the Everly Brothers, and all of them. They would have all these people on the show.
So your family has background in
Yeah,
entertainment also.
well, my whole family's a showbiz family. I had no choice in the matter.
Right.
This is what I do. I was around producers, directors, musicians all of my life.
Tell us about your
And
family. What did your family do?
They, God, my mom and dad did the Babes pictures with Mickey Rooney, Judy Garland.
Wow.
My dad did Yankee Doodle Dandy with Jimmy Cagney.
No way.
They're the Mercer brothers.
Wow.
See, there were 3 acts on the Strip in Las Vegas in the 40s.
Right.
It was the Will Maston Trio, which was Sammy Davis Jr.
Right.
His brothers, Martin and Lewis, and the Mercer brothers.
Wow.
Those were the 3 acts that tore up Las Vegas in the 40s.
Wow, that's amazing.
And the Mercer brothers took a different turn because they were approached with certain people and refused to do what,
Got it.
because
Yeah.
when you're told to open you're told to open in Orlando or Miami, you better be there.
No, I get it.
They just didn't want to go that route.
I understand.
But they were the last of the vaudevillians, man. Bud died at 101.
Wow.
My dad passed at 86.
Wow.
And they were the stars of the Palm Springs Follies for 11 years. And that went international.
So now, Brad,
Yeah.
where did you get on stage?
I got
old
on
were you?
stage out of high school. I didn't even graduate high school. I got my GED on the road.
Wow.
I went on the road with my mom and dad. We played Vegas, Reno, Tahoe, Ely, Elko, Winnemucca, Jackpot, all the Nevada. This goes back. We were doing 9 shows a day sometimes.
Wow.
And on top of that, I'm trying to do schoolwork.
That is
And
amazing.
I learned my trade with my mom and dad. And I brought the young blood into their show. And so played, I played all those clubs with them on the Strip. And then in 1975, I said, listen, I want to leave. I want to go on my own.
Right.
And I put together a 3-piece unit, called it the Brad Mercer Show.
Wow. How old were you then?
We
How
were
old
a
you?
very tight 3-piece unit, played every state in the union, including Alaska. And cut my teeth on the road for 20 years. And fast forward to 1980, 1979, I headlined the Riviera in Las Vegas with this unit, plus a 30-piece orchestra kicking our butts.
Wow, that's amazing. You don't mind if I have a drink, do you?
No, as long as you share. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
That's amazing, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't change any of it. I mean,
That was my next question.
I could have
Is there
took a
any
different.
regrets?
What's that?
Any regrets?
We all have our demons, and look, it's sex, drugs, and rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
I
get it.
Did it all. I was one of the lucky ones that got out of it and survived, because I'll tell you, when I was backstage, I was asked to do the Tonight Show with Don Rickles.
Wow.
I had
Rickles,
a record out called Don Rickles for President
Nice.
in 1976. Don loved it, and he says, Brad, he says, listen, you got to do this thing. Come on down to Burbank. We're going to do it. We're going to get on the show. Blah blah blah. I'm there. I went through the rehearsal. I was, God, this is a Tonight Show. And Johnny Carson. Wow.
Wow.
And getting ready to go on, and right before I went on, Carol O'Connor did a walk-on.
Right.
And took my time. And Don says, don't worry about it. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. So I go home. I am living in Burbank at the time, and I'm sitting there by the pool, sipping my mint julep. Phone rings. The call went like this. Brad, it's Joe Scandori, Don Rickles' manager. Listen, Don's going to start shooting CPO Sharky tomorrow. Carson's coming back. You're out. Click. That's one of the...
It's show business, baby. Now, do you remember any of the songs that you prepared for that?
Yeah, Don Rickles for president.
Let's hear it. You got your guitar?
God, I can't remember the darn thing. Let me think here.
Come on, I know you can pull this off, Brad.
I don't know.
Don Rickles for
years, dude.
Come on now.
God.
Give me a treat. I want to hear
something like, well, I'm a country boy at heart. I'm getting on. I'm no upstart. I like my neighbors and all my fellow men. I've got problems like the rest. I'll make out, I'll do my best, but I'd like to find out when my troubles end. Before they write our epitaph, we need someone to make us laugh. By George, we need a man who's heaven sent. We've had the politics machine, some good, some bad, some in between. I'd like to vote Don Rickles for president. Then the chorus, we need somebody strong, that's evident. Someone who won't give up, who won't relent. It's time to take a stand. Don Rickles is the man. So let's all vote him in for president.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. There it is.
It was like a country ditty with a horn section and the whole bit. It fit the Tonight Show.
Awesome.
But, I didn't make it on.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Right.
If I had, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. I'd be dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I was a statistic. I would have been a statistic because, I'm an alcoholic and an addict. I have been sober. Now, I'll share this.
Go ahead, go. That's why we're here tonight.
I've been sober since 1994.
Right.
December 16th, 1994. Not as much as an aspirin. And
Seriously?
I am so grateful that happened, because I wouldn't have done the New York Knicks show.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So
and meeting Christopher Rude changed my life.
So tell me about that.
Well, the first thing that changed my life was the night that I saw Paul McCartney do Yesterday on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Right.
That changed it completely.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through all of this stuff performing on the road. And when 1980, 81 happened, my show kind of dropped out of we broke up. And mainly because we couldn't, disco came in and DJs came in. Clubs were not hiring shows anymore. They were saving money. And
so we got into radio.
We couldn't survive anymore as a show. So I packed the family up and I headed to Jacksonville, Florida.
Nice.
And one thing led to another. I did stand-up comedy just to make a buck.
Right.
And I learned that from my father, There was a club on Beach Boulevard there in Jacksonville, Florida called Sassy's. I was sitting there at the bar. There was some comedy going on, and I'm sitting there having a drink with some dude sitting next to me, and I said, I can do that. And the guy says, oh, you can? I said, yeah, that's nothing to it. He says, well, go ahead. Get up there. Do 10 minutes. And I looked at him. I said, okay. And I walked over, and I did 10 minutes of my dad's routine.
10 minutes is a long time when you're doing it for the first time.
Hey, 3 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
But I had him rolling.
Now I heard
and
you're
came
pretty good
and I
at.
came back, and the guy offered me a job to book his club.
Now I hear you're pretty good at doing like some imitations of. I heard you did a great Johnny Carson. Let me hear some of that.
Oh, impressions. Oh
Yeah,
God.
yeah, some impressions.
Every comic did impressions, and yeah, I did the at the time Johnny was alive, and he's probably the hardest impression to do, and you gotta kind of get into his character. Let's see, he would be something like, well, it was so hot. It was so hot that I saw a robin redbreast pick up her worm with a potholder. It was so cold in New York. How cold is it?
How cold was it?
It was so cold in New York that the flashes in Central Park were describing themselves.
That is spot on, man.
Well, in order to do that, you have to stand in a mirror and become Johnny Carson.
That is crazy amazing. Who else do you do?
I can do Jack Nicholson doing John Lennon.
Okay, let's do it.
And let me get into this.
I love this. This is great. I'm so excited. A real entertainer, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, here come old Flat Top. He come grooving up slowly. You got Juju Eyeball. Christ, you got a goddamn holy roller, whatever the hell that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Mercer. Amazing. That is amazing. So you gonna play a song for us?
The studio audience is
Yeah,
great.
it's great. All right, calm down back there, people. Thank you. You gonna play a song for us? Want to?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
We talked a lot, like 30 minutes. I want to hear some music.
I want to. I'd like to have Peter Sutter call in. I don't know whether he's got a number or anything.
I just put the number up on the board, up on the screen. I keep saying board, up on the screen. So somebody was trying to call in. They said my phone was busy, and I have not received any phone calls. So I went ahead and just posted it up on the screen in case they had the wrong number.
Okay, I gave it to him, so I may have given him the wrong number.
You may
too,
have.
so.
I don't know, but the number's up on the screen. Brad's gonna sing us a song right now. Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna do a song I did. I wrote this one of my very first songs I ever wrote. Okay. It's I got fired one night because I played the wrong part, played the wrong song, played the wrong tempo. Can you hear that?
Yep. It's perfect.
Well, I'm a guitar man with a fast right hand, picking on the road for a living. Got a built-in bar in the front of my car. Sometimes I can't recall where I've driven. Well, I get to the gig and I set up my gear, get a sound check and wait for the boys. Well, it's opening night, I break a string or two, and my amp throws out a terrible noise. Well, turn in your pick, you're through. That's all I hear from the leader. You're too damn loud, can't you turn it down? Won't you try to play the song in meter? I got a second chance, I try to do my best to play the songs like they come from the heart. Everything goes great till I make the mistake of playing the end before I play the start. Well, it's time to take a break. I get an awful ache as a feeling inside me turns to fear. I see the leader's face, then I look at my pick, 'cause here come the words I don't want to hear. Well, turn in your pick, you're through. That's all I hear from the leader. You're too damn loud, can't you turn it down? Won't you try to play the song in meter? Hey.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I love this crowd.
Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Brad Mercer. I think I just got a call in the middle of your performance there, your heavy performance. Let's see who we got here. Let me turn up some volume. New York Nick Live. Who am I speaking with?
In New York, Nick, this is Peter Sutter, the guitar player for Brad.
Hey, what's up there,
Yeah,
Pete? What's
baby.
going on, buddy?
Hey, I'm on delay here, so I shut the volume down on my tablet and just enjoying the Brad once again entertaining the folks. He's definitely has a knack for it.
I'm glad you followed live protocol of turning your music down so we don't get like
Oh no, I went through that a couple weeks ago, and it was definitely a trip. Kept me spinning anyway. But
I'm
yeah,
telling you
we're good
something, Nick.
now. But nice show that you have, and nice
Oh,
questions. He can come and answer all that stuff, and he does a good job. It just flows. He's
I'm
got
trying
a
to be like Oprah. I'm trying to develop a Facebook Live interview show where I get cool people like Brad. That's how Oprah started. So it might be too
yeah.
late for me to be a millionaire or a trillionaire like Oprah, but I'm having fun.
I can
Hey,
loan you some
that's what
money.
it's all about. We're kind of in the same boat. We're not gonna, make $1 million off of this song or two, and as long as we can, have our freak flag flying high and having fun, man, that's what it's all about.
So Peter Sutter, huh? Of Mercer and Sutter.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's very cool, man. It's a pleasure to
yeah,
meet you. So what's
yeah.
happening? Let's go. What's the good word, man?
Well, we're just, of course, everybody's going through it, but we're just anxious to get back and play. And Brad is a neighbor. I can literally, walk if it's not 120 degrees out here in the desert to his house. And but we're staying away right now. It's the best thing to do, and we're working up a whole lot of energy to when we get back on stage. It's watch out, man, because it's all building up here to just blow everybody away with new material too. We've been doing it kind of over the phone, talking about things and learn this, do this, and we've got something new here, and so we're on our toes, and we've
It
been
sounds
doing
very exciting, man. So let me
yeah.
ask you this: are you a lifer musician yourself? Where did you start? What's your roots in the industry?
Yeah, I go back when I was a little boy. I was 11 years old in Newport Beach, California,
Uh huh.
and I had a kid down the street that was a little bit older that knew these bar chords. And boy, he taught me these bar chords, and I just that was it. I ended up playing. Some pretty big things at my age,
Right.
and then unfortunately, I had to have a daytime job as the years went by. But
Right.
now that I'm free and retired, and I've got nothing but time. I have done some real special things toward all of Southern California, but back in the day in a country band and so many different bands so I learned several different instruments other than just guitar. I play keyboard, mandolin, banjo, and you name it, anything with strings I can play. So and it's fun. For it seemed like there was so many years of not writing, and then when me and Brad hooked up, it was like magic. And we've got a lot more to come.
Brad's a great guy. He's a great entertainer, great musician. Well, what about hit on some highlights of your career? Is there anything that you're noted for, or you've played
No,
with, or
yeah,
anybody?
yeah.
Axl Rose. Somebody. I'm just
Guitar player for the Brad
Well,
Mercer band.
we
Yeah.
we had Tricia Bonham, which is the drummer for Chicago, and I did a thing with him at the Ritz Carlton in
right.
San Clemente. Walter Trout, who's kind of a legend in the blues world in the UK. He's really big over there, and his home is in Huntington Beach, which is next door to Newport. So got to play with him a couple times, and
Cool.
yeah, little things. Played the Playboy Club in Century City when it was open. I
Nice.
think that was the late '70s, and again toured from LA all the way to San Diego with a couple different bands. We were on closed circuit TV for it was like every night we were on there
Awesome.
live.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
good time, great
yeah.
life, no regrets. I'm thinking.
No, not at all.
Awesome.
All the crap that we did, just destroying ourselves. I think we've energized through the years, and no regrets at all. If I had to do it all over again, would I do what I did before? Probably not as much,
Right.
but we sure had a lot of fun.
Well,
And
you know that old saying, right? We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. You know what I
there
mean?
you go.
You
Oh,
know,
I like that.
yeah,
There's another old saying.
yeah, another old saying.
Yeah,
Right?
there's another old
I
saying.
like
If I
that.
had to
Now,
do it
now,
all
let me
over
ask you something
again, I'd
about
do it all
yourself.
over you.
Are
On,
you from?
hold on, sir. Brad's talking over you. What'd you say,
Sure.
Brad?
I just said that if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it all over you. That's the
That's
saying.
it's kind of like don't get any on you too, right?
Exactly.
What were you saying there, Pete?
Are you from? Are you near New York?
Yes, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, Queens, and Long Island. I hit all three of those areas growing up. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, in 1985. Met Christopher Rude in 1989. We've been
Oh boy.
friends ever since. And yeah, it's been a great ride down
Oh,
here
that's good.
in South, and it's a great city, Atlanta. I just wish it was more, you know, like L.A. and New York with the music. I'm not a musician. I'm not going to claim to be. I tried, but I was always an advocate and grew up as an advocate for the original artists because, my thing is it's so hard to get original music heard,
Yes.
and I'm the voice. And this
Yeah.
is what I do. This is what I like to do. I love the creativity. I love the work and the constant grind of putting together some good music for friends, family, and then if it hits big, it hits big. But I have a real appreciation for it. Yeah, I like party music. How many times have we heard "Pour Some Sugar on Me" and "Sweet Home Alabama," and So bottom line is, it's great to meet artists and talk to artists like Brad and
I've
Yeah,
yourself.
I've got one
that's
thing I want to
very
say
nice.
though.
Go ahead, man.
I want to let everyone know and not to embarrass him in any way, but Christopher Rude
Yeah.
was my mentor. He taught me the ropes in radio, and because of him, I'm able to do what I'm doing now. I have my own radio show. It's syndicated in as far as the internet, and I'm on terrestrial radio here. It's all because he showed me the ropes,
Right.
and without him, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now.
You know what
And
Christopher Rude said to
he's
me one
amazing.
time? I'd love to teach you what I know, Nick, but you already know everything. You're a New Yorker. So
I gotta go.
that was the end of that one. There we go. Hey, you wanna let's play It Just Missed Us
Oh yeah, great song.
Cool
with
stuff.
If I do say so
this
myself.
so this is Mercer and Sutter,
Right.
new song.
Why doesn't Peter Sutter set this one up?
Go ahead, Pete, set it up. Tell me about this song before I spin it.
Well, this is about, this has happened not just one time, but several times. But there was a big rock asteroid coming to Earth, and I mean,
A what?
a big rock, an asteroid. I mean, this thing came within, I think, 30,000 miles of Earth. And you would expect that maybe we can hear it from, the authorities or just a heads up.
Right.
Yeah.
We heard about this after the fact, and maybe that's good. Maybe you got to think about that a little bit. But anyway, that's basically what the song's about. Is they just missed us. Play the damn thing.
Well, hell, here we go. Mercer and Sutter here on New York Nick Live with a tune called It Just Missed Us. Here it is.
Swords and fire isn't my desire. I might be into racing, I couldn't stand the pacing. The way I seem to scatter my brain, it doesn't matter. I feel like almost crying, so close to really dying. Just missed us. Oh, it just missed us. Doctors make incisions, Congress makes decisions. Street gangs like to fight, unions go on strike. Gamblers make their money, cheating isn't funny. Living all too crazy, my body's getting lazy. Oh, by the way, it just missed us. It just missed us. Oh, by the way, it just missed us. It just missed us. Checking my potential by someone influential, conceivably unfolding, intelligence is molding,
David Williams.
possibly injecting my fear inside, infecting the people all around me. I want to run and hide. Missed us.
Ah, yes, here, New York Nick Live, Mercer and Sutter. I believe I still have Pete on the line. Brad just popped back in. Man,
What's up?
I love it, man. It's great. It's great.
Nick, real quick, while I'm noticing, big thanks to David Williams is watching right now. He just chimed in. He's the one in Melrose Studios that recorded us.
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
high five and a knuckle punch out to David. How you doing, David?
There it is. There's David right there, man. How you
Yeah.
doing, David? Thanks
What
for
what an
joining the
engineer
show.
too. What a guy and what a producer. I mean, he made sure that we had the best record we could get in the time we had to do it. And we're just thrilled to have him. We can't wait to get back in the studio with him.
Awesome.
He's great.
Awesome. Nice meeting you, David. Thanks for the great tunes, man. Sounds great. Pete, thanks for joining in tonight, man. I really appreciate you chiming in, man.
Yeah, nice meeting you. I'm going to let you guys do your thing because my battery's about ready to die on this phone.
Thanks.
And we'll do it again.
Yeah,
Can we
absolutely.
do it again?
Yeah, this is fun, man. You guys are great.
Good to
And
see you,
what
Pete.
we'll do is I'll join Brad over at his house with another acoustic guitar and we'll play live or something.
Awesome. That sounds like a plan. I would definitely love that, man. Definitely would love that.
I'm signing off. See ya.
All right, see you,
Bye-bye.
Pete. Thanks for joining
Bye-bye.
in, man. See you later,
Yes,
man.
absolutely.
Bye bye.
Yeah,
Brad.
without a doubt, he's one of the best guitar players I've ever had the pleasure of playing with. He was just him coming into my life as part of this band. Just it's great.
You know what Rude just said?
What's that?
I think he's getting back at me because of what I said about, I'm a New Yorker. He says this is what he says, Nick, enjoying the show. You need to lose some weight, buddy. The pandemic is winning in your case, but friends for a long time, and I still get a kick out of you. You are so New York, Nick. I mean, dude, I look fine, man. I might be 10 or 15 pounds, a little overweight, but I'm not fat. Come on.
In your defense, Nick, the camera always puts on 20 pounds.
I know that. I'm just, now I'm gonna just like look in the mirror and kind of turn sideways, and I'll be like, maybe I do need to start walking again. But hey, I've been sitting, chilling, man, having fun on the internet for I don't know, what is it going on? Freaking 3 weeks now, 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's everything's going to be. It's just going to get better. It'll be better.
And
it'll be better.
I love vanilla almond ice cream. I'm sorry, I do.
Yeah, I'm into Spumoni, and I love Girls Gone Fishing. Yeah, I mean, I live for Girls Gone Fishing.
I mean, I haven't had any pizza. I haven't had any Chinese takeout. My girl here is cooking chicken and broccoli every night. I think the only bad thing is possibly these margaritas and Bloody Marys I have at noon. It might be affecting my weight.
Probably keep them coming. Keep them coming. That way I'll sound better.
Are you gonna play us a song, buddy?
Well, it depends on how long is your show.
Come on, man. Let's, all right. So it's normally an hour. So we're about 45 minutes in right now. And
all right.
I want to hear a couple acoustic songs from you. Let's do a cover. You know any cool covers?
Am I allowed to do a cover?
Yeah, come on. Let's do a cover.
Because I got kicked off Facebook for doing covers.
Freaking screw Facebook.
Oh, hey, now that's going to kick you off right there.
Let's hear something good, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Mercer, Unplugged.
Okay, let's see what we're going to do here.
On New York Nick Live. Come on now. Let's have some fun. Anybody got any weed?
Hang on, I got to pick. All right. See, whenever you put your pick in here and then you grab another pick and try to play, it doesn't come out, right?
I got
Here
you.
we go. Well, I won't back down.
Nice.
No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Yes, I'll stand my ground. Won't be turned around. In a world that keeps on pushing me around, will I stand my ground? And I won't back down. I won't back. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I stand my ground, and I won't back down. Yes, I know what's right. I've got just one life in a world that keeps dragging me down. Will I stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I stand my ground, and I won't back down. This is when Peter Sutter comes in. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, baby, won't back down. No, I won't back down. No, I won't back down.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Mercer.
Just got home from Illinois, locked the front door, oh boy. Got to sit down, take a rest on the porch. Imagination sets in, pretty soon I'm singing. Do, 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 looking out my back door. There's a car doing cartwheels, a statue wearing high heels. Look at all the happy creatures dancing on the lawn. A dinosaur Victrola, listening to Buck Owens. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Tambourines and elephants are playing in the band. Oh, won't you take a ride on the flying spoon? Do, 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 wondrous apparition, provided by magician. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Take it. Tambourines and elephants are playing in the band. Oh, won't you take a ride on the flying spoon? Do, 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 bother me tomorrow. Today I'll buy no sorrow. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Troubles, Illinois, lock the front door, oh boy. Look at all the happy creatures dancing on the lawn. Bother me tomorrow, today I'll find no sorrow. Do, 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 looking out my back door.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brad Mercer, give him a hand.
Muchas gracias.
So, Brad, I got a question for you.
Okay.
I heard this guy, I think his name is Tim High and Buddy Greco Jr. I heard they really make the band sound whole.
Okay. I was just going to go there.
I heard about these guys.
Tim High's my bass player. Tim, we call him Timothy B. High.
Right.
Tim's got more energy than you can imagine. Tim is one talented son of a gun. He just a great bass player, sings wonderful, and he's got a personality that makes this whole show happen. And it's the camaraderie between the whole band on stage. It's hard to explain unless you see us perform at Brad's Pad, and that's where I work. I have my own theater there. It's in the Lit. It's called Brad's Pad every Tuesday night. Unfortunately, of course, because of the pandemic, we're shut down until we get this thing worked out.
Yeah, it sucks.
But once we get back, if you get a chance to come to Fantasy Springs Resort Casino in Indio, right here in California, you'll see a great show. It's we go 3 hours nonstop. We don't take a break. The show just goes, and it just goes so fast you don't believe it's 3 hours. But Tim High, he pulls up the bottom on there, and he's my straight man too. The guy is just incredible. Buddy Greco Jr. What can I say about this guy? He's multi-talented. His father, Buddy Greco, famous singer. He comes from good stock. Buddy is not only one of the finest drummers I've ever seen, but he's also multi-talented. He'll come forward, take my acoustic guitar, do a couple of Beatles songs. I'll go back on the drums and drive him. And it's just nonstop. The guy is just like one ball of energy. The spice of the show, my sister Sue Lynn. She comes through the whole package. She's just vivacious. She comes from good stock. My mom and dad. All right. She's also showbiz, and you'll just love her. She sings like a bird. And finally, our keyboard player, Chris Guido Carletto. He's the newest member, and we've been trying to find somebody like him for a long, long time. Not that we didn't have any great keyboard players. I had Tony Patler for a couple of years. Tony's been on the road with Dave Mason, and he's back out there with Dave right now. But when he left, we got a hold of Chris Carletto, and I am so glad we did. This guy makes it easy for us to do what we do, and the whole package gives you the Brad Mercer show. It's amazing.
You know what's amazing to me, Brad? You got a lot of irons in the fire. This is what amazes me. You have bands and fans, and I'll let you, talk about that here in a minute. You have Brad's Pad. You have a radio show that you're doing on the high and the low of the desert. And plus you have now, Mercer and Sutter. And don't you have a life? Do you do anything else but
my life is my wife. She's my rock. Connie is amazing. Like my old football coach used to say, you got to keep running that play till you get it right. Well, it's true. Connie made it right, and she keeps my ass in shape. I'm who I am because of her, and it's amazing.
So, it's just amazing, man. You are an amazing guy. We've had several requests. Somebody wants. There's several people that want to hear a Beatles song before we finish up tonight.
Okay.
And so here's what I'd like to do. Play a Beatles song because I want you to satisfy your fans out there, because there's a lot of people listening to you, and that was a request a while back. So I'd like to hear a Beatles song myself. And then I just want to ask you one more question before we sign off, okay? Let's do a Beatles song.
I tell you what, I'll do a Beatles medley for you.
Okay, great.
Would that be okay?
That's awesome. I love it. Let's do a Beatles medley. Beatles medley here on New York Nick Live with Brad Mercer, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Does it get any better than this, folks? Come on. This is Facebook.
Okay.
Where are you getting this kind of entertainment on Facebook? It ain't happening. Here's Brad Mercer, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. You ready?
Let's go.
Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't got a lot to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but you change from day to day. I want to tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl. Someday I'm gonna make her mine. Oh yeah, someday I'm gonna make her mine. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she woos me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Somewhere in a smile, she knows that I don't need no other lover. Something in a style that shows me I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. She came in through the bathroom window, protected by a silver spoon. And now she sucks her thumb and wanders by the banks of her own lagoon. Didn't anybody tell her? Didn't anybody see? Sunday's on the phone to Monday. Tuesday's on the phone to me. She said she'd always been a dancer. She worked at 15 clubs a day. Though I thought I knew the answer, well, I knew, but I could not say. So I quit the police department. I got myself a steady job. Lord tried her best to help me. She could steal, but she could not rob. Didn't anybody tell her? Didn't anybody see? Sunday's on the phone to Monday. Tuesday's on the phone to me. Desmond's got a barrel in the marketplace. Molly is the singer in a band. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face. And Molly says it's sad, she takes him by the hand. Everybody. Obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on bright. La la la, life goes on. Obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on bright. La la la, life goes on. Desmond takes a trolley to the jewelry store, buys a 20-carat golden ring. Takes it back to Molly waiting at the door, and as he gives it to her, she begins to sing. Obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on bright. La la la, life goes on. Obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on bright. La la la, life goes on. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. In my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, Let it be, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be. Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner, but he knew he couldn't last. Jojo left his home in Tucson, Arizona, for some California grass. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Sweet Loretta Martin thought she was a woman, but she was a frying pan. All the girls around her said she's got it coming, but she gets it while she can. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Something in the way she knows. All I have to do is think of her. Something in the way she shows me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Something in the way she moves.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brad Mercer. Put your hands together for this guy. Hell yeah, that was awesome, buddy. Awesome.
Thanks, Nick.
All right, yes. Yes, all right, Brad. So before we wrap up tonight, I just want to know one thing.
Sure.
What do you want to be known for, buddy?
What do I want to be known for?
Yeah, when it's all said and done and the lights go out and people mention your name, what do you want people to remember about you, buddy?
You know that guy, Brad Mercer?
Yes, sir.
He made us forget our trouble for as long as he was on stage. That's what I want them to know. I want them to remember me by. That I made them forget all their problems while we were performing. Because it just makes me feel good to be able to perform. And the love that we get back from that audience, I can't... You just have to be there. You feel it. It's an energy. It's something that you can't get through video. You know, you can't get from me telling you about it. You have to experience it. And I'm hoping that you'll be able to do that. I'm praying that one day Chris Rude and his significant other, his kids, could come and see this show. Because I know he'll go back saying, "That's rad."
Brad, thank you so much for being on the show.
It's my pleasure.
I'm gonna wrap up this show. That was very emotional for me, man. It's really touching, and it's I want to hear my songs on the radio. That's
Go
what I
for
want
it,
to
man.
hear.
This song is for all the musicians out there in the entire world, because I know you know what I'm talking about. It's happened to you.
Give me a Johnny Carson send-off, thanking people for being here tonight on New York Nick Live before I crank this up.
Instead of Johnny, let's do
it.
Ed Sullivan.
Let's do it.
Right here on our stage, I'd like to introduce to you a guy named Brad Mercer.
There we go.
He's going to just want to hear my songs on the radio before we bring on Topo Gigio. Big hand for New York Nick as we go out with this song. Let's really hear it out there. New York Nick. Thank you very much.
Really appreciate everybody showing up tonight, chiming in, calling in. Love you guys. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Mercer.
Well, I'm getting in this nightclub waiting for something to happen. Playing my guitar and singing for nobody at all. When I get a notion to sing a rock and roll love song, nobody seems to listen to me till I get stoned. Just singing my songs as if the people were screaming for more. Turning my amp up, spilling my guts on the floor. I can't seem to find a groove until the night is over. Then they send everybody home and they lock all the doors. I just wanna hear my songs on the radio, playing them loud like in the studio. Think of what I could do if I had just one song. I just wanna hear my songs on the radio. Well, I'm feeling real down as if I didn't have a friend. There's time to look around me and wonder why I have to pretend. Each year goes by, I find myself a little bit older. Drinking water from the same little spring, you feel it's the end. I just wanna hear my songs on the radio, playing them loud like in the studio. Think of what I could do if I had just one song. I just wanna hear my songs on the radio. I just wanna hear my songs on the radio, playing them loud like in the studio. Think of what I could do if I had just one song. I just wanna hear my songs on the radio. Well, I'm singing my heart out, looking for some place to go. Big shots approach me, they say they'd like to change my show. If I had $10 for everyone who laid on the pitch, I tell you right now, I'll be a wealthy son of a bitch. Just wanna hear my songs on the radio, playing them loud like in the studio. Think of what I could do if I had just one song. I just wanna hear my songs on the radio. Songs, I just wanna hear my songs on the radio.
Thank you, Brad. Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Mercer.
Take care, man.
Take care, buddy. Before I sign off tonight, I really want to say thank you. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Peter. Thank you to everyone that watched this show tonight here on Facebook Live. We're in uncertain times right now. It's really tough out there. Everybody is doing what they can to stay healthy. Please stay healthy so we can all do this again. My name is New York Nick. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I love you all. Remember that.